6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Israel says it's entering its second stage of the war against Hamas. It's expanding ground operations in Gaza. The military counts 450 airstrikes over 24 hours this weekend. This is the biggest shipment of aid reaches Gaza through humanitarian workers who say it's nowhere near enough. The Gaza Health Ministry says the number of Palestinians killed is at more than 8,000.
The Maine National Guard is revealing that it asked local police to check on the man accused in 2 mass shootings weeks ago. A fellow guardsman was reportedly concerned the reservist would snap and commit a mass shooting. Officers apparently could not get a hold of him, though. 18 people died in those shootings last week in Lewiston, Maine. Police found the shooter, who had died by suicide days later.
We now know the identity of the person who was killed in a double motorcycle crash on Saturday. The Cottage Grove Fire Department says 20-year-old Gavin Wendricks died at the crash scene. He was a firefighter for that department. Wendricks and another driver were taking the exit for Highway 12 when both motorcycles clipped each other. The other driver did survive.
The man found guilty in a Madison shooting from 2022 will be sentenced today. Demarion Pollard will be sentenced for attempted first-degree murder and possessing a gun as a felon, among other charges. This all stems from an August 5th, 2022 shooting on the city's southwest side that left a 22-year-old man injured.
Today at the state capitol, a Senate committee will hold a session on a bill to provide income tax exemptions for unborn fetuses. The Republican-backed bill would designate an unborn child as a dependent for income tax purposes. It would increase the exemption for the fetus.
Hong Kong officials are dropping charges against a Washington state senator. Senator Stephen Jeff Wilson was charged after it was discovered he had an unloaded gun in his briefcase mid-flight. He was on his way to Hong Kong from San Francisco for vacation. Wilson said he didn't realize he had it in there.
Newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson is vowing to pass billions of dollars in aid to Israel this week. Johnson wants to pass a standalone funding bill giving $14.5 billion to Israel. That would detach it from aid for Ukraine. Johnson has said he supports Ukraine aid, but wants, quote, conditions on it.
The United Auto Workers Union is expanding its General Motors strike. GM is the last of the big 3 automakers without a deal. The announcement of the expansion came hours after the UAW announced it had reached a tentative deal with Stellantis.
The judge overseeing Donald Trump's federal elections case is reinstating a gag order on him. It bars the former president from publicly targeting court personnel, potential witnesses, or prosecutors. Trump responded last night saying the move infringes on his free speech. He's now under 2 gag orders in 2 separate cases.
Well, there's one less presidential candidate in the GOP race this morning. Former Vice President Mike Pence says it's not his time. The announcement comes just over a week before the next GOP debate. Pence hadn't met the requirements to qualify for that debate yet.
The tributes continue to pour in for Friends actor Matthew Perry, dead at age 54. Reports say Perry's body was found in a hot tub in his home in L.A. Best known for his role in the long-running sitcom, Perry was also open about his struggle with addiction over the years. His best-selling memoir is now currently ranked #1 on Amazon.
The CDC says more than 1 million children visited the ER, an emergency department for mental health disorders, every year. The data collected from 2018 to 2021 shows mood disorders, anxiety disorders, and behavioral and emotional disorders were the most common reasons. About 1/4 of children ended up being prescribed at least 1 psychiatric medication.
All right, good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock, a chilly start to the morning. Definitely bundle up. 26 right now in Madison. A little bit of a northwest wind as well, but we will see quite a bit of sunshine today. Just not going to really warm up. Getting in the upper 30s is all we can manage today. Looks like tonight will be quiet, but we are looking at some sun today. Temperatures in the upper 30s. It's tomorrow that we do have a first warned alert day because of not only some snow, but some really cold wind chill values as the kids are going out trick-or-treating. Wind chill values could be in the teens to around 20. It does warm up throughout the week, close to 50 on Friday.
Ooh, all right, Kelly, thank you very much.
We're back in a half hour. Don't go anywhere.